So this is actually the second in the series already. Last round, we talked about 5 ways to create an effective and eye-catching listing. So this round, we are talking about something different. So as you know, PropertyGuru Malaysia has also recently enhanced a lot of features. So that's why today I'm going to share with you all those features as well. Okay. So we understand that, competition in this market is very strong. As you can see in your agencies, in other agencies, and then all agencies are growing, So you can see that, if there's so much of competition, how can you as an agent and also your property to stand out from the competition? And as well as, okay, so where do I put my marketing effort? So a lot of times you have plenty, 50 listing and so on. But then how can you make a 10 of them a very good one to be able to shine, and then you focus all your marketing strategy and effort on? All right, so today we heard all the things, challenges that you are facing. PG heard you. So that's why today we are going to talk about, okay, so how to boost your listing exposure and also to build brand with PropertyGuru. So we are going to talk about, how to boost your listing exposure and build brand. Build brand, we talk about personal branding a lot. But what is personal branding and how can PropertyGuru help you in that is very important. Okay, so hello, we have Joyce here. All right, no problem. No problem, Joyce. You can watch the replay later on. All right. So yes, we have Jeep. We have Iris also. Welcome. All right. So today we are going to talk about the first thing: how to ensure your listing appear in front of the interested property seekers under the refined location search. And then we also have triple your listing exposure by featuring your hotcake property. And then brand yourself as an area specialist and also be recognized as the to-go person in a new launch. Okay, something is missing here. All right, my animation. All right, so showcase your experience and skills in your agent profile. All right, so this is roughly what we're going to talk about today. If you have any questions, later on I will have a Q&A session after each mini section. So don't worry, we would like to hear from you. All the questions will be answered by me. And then a recorded version of this whole webinar will also be available tomorrow. You will receive an email regarding to that. All right. So let's get started. So Malaysia is big. So first of all, Malaysia is big. And then with a dozen of property in hotspots, something like KLCC, Johor Bahru, and also a lot of areas in Penang as well. Okay. And then some property seekers want to narrow down to a specific location when they are searching for a property. So there's an enhancement in PropertyGuru whereby we try to, last time we have a big state, for example, KL, and then we have Bangsa, an area. So actually inside Bangsa, there are a lot of different small areas that can be more refined. Some people are looking for Bangsa Baru, some people are looking for different areas inside. So now, recently, PropertyGuru has, has worked together with a lot of third party and Google and so on to actually draw different lines that to cut the whole area, make it as a district, and put up a more refined search for different area. So which means we have level 1, the whole state. Level 2, we have area. And level 2, we have district. And level 3, a more refined one, will be area. Alright, so, I'm trying not to confuse you here. But then this means that, so what does it mean to you, yourself? Okay, so for agent, this means that property listing will be more relevant to the property seekers. Which means that interested property seekers can now search in a smaller area which they find more interested. Okay, so which means the competition now is a little bit smaller because instead of you have to fight with the whole district people, wow, a lot of people studying Bangsa, but now you are just selling bangsa baru, which means a small area. Okay, so which means a targeted reach and also visibility. So how consumer actually search the property. So let me show you this. In a version, when it comes to PropertyGuru, PropertyGuru.com.my, the consumers, they will search property here, and then you can see if I type in Bangsa. Yes. So you can see Bangsa become a district. Bangsa South is district. It's a bigger area, and then smaller area like Taman Bangsa become area, and Bangsa Baru, all these are area. Okay, so in short, which means that we draw a big area become smaller area. All right? Okay. So so this might be just a small enhancement for you, but it's actually a big thing for the consumer. So as an agent, how can you yourself boost the listing exposure from here? But first of all, I would like to share with you the concept of why exposure is important. Okay, so now here you can see the last column here is actually closing. Of course, this is what we want because this is where we get our commission, our money, and so on. Okay. So we want to close deal, and then let's start from the beginning where we have the awareness. Exposure come into place because that's where a lot of people know that you are selling property, and then they will come to your listing, view your listing, and they start to have interest in your property. Then they will leave down their names and then to become your leads. Okay, become your potential customer, and then you will have the opportunity to bring them for viewing and then further pitch to them about the property. Then you have a chance to do closing. Okay, so closing is our ultimate goal. But where you can see from this marketing funnel, always the most important part is always the top part as an exposure. When the funnel head is big enough, then you will have more and more people to come down to the funnel and lead to closing a deal. Right? So that's why your ultimate goal here in the online world is always increasing your exposure. Okay? So until now, I still have a lot of agents telling me that, shouldn't I be like reposting my listing, once, probably like every time before the expiry date? The answer is of course no. Even Google has a joke. It says that what is the best place to hide a dead body? The answer is the second page of Google. Why is it say so? Because the first page, Google said, not me, Google says that the first page of the website will always get 91% of the Google traffic. Even Google says so. So now, as a consumer, when you are searching for property, so normally you will be like searching for probably 5 to 10 pages. You already have an idea of, okay, who should I call? What is the price range and so on. Then you will pick a few to call and then make further connection. Understand the property more. Okay, so that's why it's very important in PropertyGuru whereby you make fresh listing. Okay, so why fresh listing is important? I think, and there's another theory. Of course, psychological wise, every time in Malaysia, when you post a listing, it will be the 2 months of validity. Okay. As I said just now, there are still agents that probably 1 month later then only repost because they feel like that there's no need to do that. Okay, so you see, if you are the consumer and property seekers now, property seekers, when you open the listing is okay compared to others, but you see the listing date 1 month ago. What is your mindset? You probably have a first impression of, the property probably like not very updated, probably already sold by the agent already. No, this is the consumer mindset whereby property seekers want to see, wow, fresh listing. Oh, I must call the person. You know, the word of fresh is very important to property seekers. They feel like they already have a good catch of it. All right. So I'm sure that you do not need a live demo on how to repost a listing. So every time when you are in listing management page, you can see at the listing there, you will see the third button is repost. Of course, we can repost multiple by selecting multiple listing to repost. Okay. And also another thing is you can see next to the repost button, there will be a schedule repost button. So this schedule repost button is to allow you, of course, to put an automatic timetable to repost your listing. That's why everything that we do, we want to lessen your hassle and so on. So you free up more time. Once you set up the best timing for different listing, you can just schedule the repost and automatically repost by itself. All right. So if you ask me, when is the best time to repost? So of course, I cannot give you a very definite answer, but I do have certain guidelines and for you all to refer to. So here's the Malaysia traffic by day. So from here you can see, actually surprisingly, weekday has higher traffic compared to other days. So from here you can see it's actually Tuesday, then followed by Monday, followed by Wednesday. So these are the recent 2 months traffic reports from our data team. So now you know that actually a lot of people are looking for property during weekday, then to set appointment for weekend. Okay, so as a property agent, you might want to tap on these traffic to see what is the best one. Okay, so this timing wise is also a very common internet timing, whereby people spend a lot of time in the afternoon and also after work. Okay. All right. Okay. So this is to check if, let's say, you have a property that fulfill any of these conditions. If your property is in good condition, let's say renovated, just upgraded, or is a corner unit. Or the secondly, the owner wished for urgent sale or urgent rent. Or it is in a high demand and competitive area. Let's say, things like Mont Kiara, Bangsa, KLCC, all these are high demand area. Or it's simply a good listing that you want to push it out. Okay, so here's my suggestion for you. You can try out the weekly feature listing. Okay, so what is weekly feature listing? Weekly feature listing is actually featuring your listing on top of the search result, on top of other listings in the search result. So of course, we build it in mobile friendly way, whereby this is what you can see from the website and also the mobile. You will see there will be a red label calling it like featured. Okay, so let me do a live demo with you all. Okay, so for example that, let's say this platinum, this is a condo. Okay, so if let's say there is any featured listing, you can see there is a featured label here. Sorry, the internet line is a bit slow. Okay, you can see there's a featured listing here. Okay. Probably looking another one for you. This more examples to show you. Okay, we have almost 40 here. Yes. New joiners, welcome. You can just put a hi. And probably let me know that where are you from. So some of you are from KL, Selangor, some of you may from Johor or Penang and so on. So when I give out example, I will probably give out more example from Penang and also Johor. Alright? So from here you can see we have our featured, all these featured listing. So feature listing will always have the highest priority among all. And then once you choose to feature your listing, your feature listing will be up here up to 1 whole week. Okay, it's a weekly thing. You can purchase depends on how many weeks you want. Okay, so it's very limited inventory, which means there's only 4 listings available for each property type and each area and so on. So it actually also tied to the location. Okay, so all right, let me come back here. Okay, so from here you can see that here are the benefit of it. Okay, so once the listing has been featured, it will be on top, which means the highest priority and which means more exposure. Okay, and also triple exposure. So last time there's only like district and state, but now because we have a more refined area now. So which means your listing will be tied to the area. So of course we have for sale and for rent. It depends on what property type your listing is. Okay. So we have, let's say, your listing is in Bangsa Baru. It will be appeared in district in when people look for Bangsa as well. And when people look for Kuala Lumpur, your featured listing will also be randomly picked by the system to appear when people look for Kuala Lumpur. Okay, you will still be on top. That's the meaning of triple exposure. And also because limited inventory, meaning to say the 4 slots come with first come first serve service, first serve basis. So if let's say you want to feature your listing, you have to quickly let your account manager know that you want to feature this listing for how many weeks and so on. Okay, so each feature listing start from Thursday to the next Wednesday, which means full 7 days, full days, right? And also more opportunity now. Of course, because of the more refined area, so we break down to more opportunities for sale. So even though last time, sometimes they will say, oh, you only have 4 slots for each area and so on. But and always sold out. But because of this new enhancement, we break up the geographical area. So now you have more opportunity. Everyone play a fair chance here, right? So try out this feature, then you know that whether this is a suitable strategy for you or not. Okay. Fair chance here, right? So try out this feature, then you know that whether this is a suitable strategy for you or not. Sorry, I accidentally turned it. Okay. Alright, no echo? Okay. Hello, Serene from Puchong. Oh, Eunice from Penang. Hello. Okay, so any questions for weekly feature listing? Or anything about listing exposure and so on. So before I move into the second section about branding. Okay. This is an interesting segment because when we talk about personal branding and so on, you want to know actually what is personal branding. And personal branding can build online or offline. Okay, so it's interesting because a lot of times we try to build it offline. Of course, you treat everyone good, you have this and that, but then there's a lot of human touch and so on. So now, how can you build a brand online and how can PropertyGuru help you? Okay, so before I go to that, so some people tell me that I'm just a new agent. Is branding the number 1 priority for me? I would say yes. Why? This same thing applies to new agent and also existing experienced agent. But for new agent now, if you do not have any branding for yourself, you are just new. But branding a good branding allow you to gain more listing, make better connection, and so on. So when your branding is good from the start, you actually kickstart your career better than anyone else. So branding allows you to stand out. And okay, the easiest way I will explain branding is how people perceive you. So for example, if they think of you, think of Money, oh Money, the trainer. So that is a good branding. Okay, so if they think of you, for example, Anthony. Okay, Anthony just say hello. So Anthony, let's say they think of, oh Anthony, oh that agent. Okay, this is the first level of branding. Oh Anthony, oh the agent a very good one, specialized in KLCC. That's the second level. Number 3, oh Anthony, the agent, wow, quite professional. He will tell you all kinds of advice one. You go to him, he will advise you exactly what you need to buy. He don't go sell one. You see, different branding is actually how they perceive you and associate your brand, your face, your name, and so on to your profession. Once that linkage is strong enough, you will have a better start. Okay? Alright. This means all. Okay, so how do I start to build a branding result? Okay, so can you go back to listing feature for freedom? Can you go back on line feature listing? Freedom of pick and choose. Nim? Sorry, I don't really understand. Look at line feature listing and choose. Okay, so Lin, I will talk to you offline to try to understand your question more so I can answer it correctly, okay? So you mean if let's say the line is not very good, so probably you try to restart, refresh the page, it might be better, alright? So I hope everyone else is okay and fine with it. Okay, so here's our branding. Okay. Branding, you can build it 3 things. First, recognition. Second, credibility. And also the third, trust. Alright, so recognition can build actually in a more simple way. Because even your attire can also build a quick recognition for yourself. So for example, it means that you are well known for some reason. Okay, of course, must be a good reason, not to say like any bad reason or so on. Okay, so a good reason, for example, like you always wear the same color of attire. You always wear a same yellow color scarf, stripe, probably a blue jacket. Every time people see you, you are wearing the blue jacket, and so on. Or probably you always talk. You are expert of KLCC, you are expert of Mont Cara, expert of some area. You always be there at certain road show. Okay, so when you always appear in the same kind of pattern, right? People will easily register that in their mind, and you will be their top of mind. Okay, so this is something I always share in terms of social media. Okay, because you are trying to build an identity for yourself to let people recognize you faster. So even in social media, if you always talk about property advice, not selling listing in your social media, I mean your advice. Okay, so if let's say you keep talking about property advice, mortgage advice, and so on, then your friends will recognize you as a property expert, and you become their top of mind. Alright, for recognition. Okay. Secondly, your credibility. So in terms of credibility, it builds up with a better testimonials, because people tend to trust testimonials more. Like even if you have any background that can support your property career now, everything will add up to your credibility. Okay, and also the last one, trust. So trust, trust need a little bit of more human touch, because this is where you you keep your promise. Because every time when you promise your customer to, for example, deliver something, deliver some news, contact them back, give them some pricing insight, all these little things, every promise counts, and you must do exactly or even overachieve what you promised to them. That is how you build trust, and that trust can last very long, that you can get a lot of referral from that. I have heard a lot of stories from successful agents. This is the way to go. All right. Oh yes, Jim. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Now we have to go through account manager for featured listing. So sorry that we actually take out the self-service part. So it's slightly more steps, but this will ensure you that your listing will be featured correctly, and so on. So sorry for the inconvenience caused you. All right. Okay, now back to this one. So where should I start? So to build a branding online now, you can first collect testimonials. Second, craft out your success story. And third, you have your own brand proposition. Okay. So I hope that this is not something new for you. Because this, all these are, okay, even if it's new for you, don't worry, it's not too late to start. Because once you collected all this information, right, you can put it in your Facebook page, your website, and also your agent profile, and many other places that you can start to build your online presence and branding. Okay, so first one, how should we start to collect testimonials? So here we go. And the value of social proof is super important, because now you can see 92% of the consumer read online reviews before making purchase. Okay, if I want to try out a restaurant, I will first go into their Facebook page, look at the review. If the review is bad, I won't go. Okay, so this is nowadays, how people rely on social media and social proof. If other people say good, okay, I want to try it out, and so on. So that's why if you build your brand, make sure that good reviews and everything appears in the eyes of everyone, all the potential property seekers know that. All right? Okay, so this is how we collect testimonials. So this is the script for you. So probably if you want, you can take a picture of this screen now or screenshot this. All right, so after every time a successful transaction, you can say, I would love if you could take 10 minutes sometime this week to write a short review about my work for you. The longer the better. Any phrase you could offer about my service will certainly be incredibly helpful and appreciated. So of course, if you provide a good service for any clients, anyone will love, they don't mind to give you a good review. Okay, so here's the trick. If you can, try to get a photo as well. Okay, so you can say, if you don't mind, can I use the photo that you put on your WhatsApp? So because every time there's any review, if review come with photo, it will be much more credible. Yes, so you put a face next to the review and testimonials. This will work so much better. All right. Next, craft out your personal or group success story. If you have personal success story, good. If you don't have, try to use your group, your agency group, because it will also add up to some of your credibility. All right. So here's the script, but this one, everyone is different, so I don't call it as a script for now. And then the third one, what is your unique brand proposition? So your unique brand proposition is like what we call USP. Okay, so unique selling point about yourself. And like first, your attribute, your knowledge, skill, experience, and relationship all these can actually help you in building one. Okay, let's look at point number 2. Even a stay-home mom that raised 3 children has amazing negotiating, management, and conflict resolution skill. And all these skills are super important in property industry. So don't tell me that you have no experience in any property related thing. You don't have to. You don't have to. You can write something, just create something that people, that you can write online, people will know that, oh, probably you have something special. Let's look at the second one. Because of my something, my clients get the benefit. All right. Let's look at, number 2 also. Being raised in this community give me local expertise and a wide network of potential home buyer and seller. So of course, your focus area always start from the place you stay, right? And the place you stay, you probably are very familiar with things and everyone and so on, the community and so on. Yes, take this as an advantage. All right, I have 43 participants here. Welcome very much. Welcome. My name is Manyi. All right, so I'm going to continue on this topic, on branding. So let me repeat on this. So first, we want to collect testimonials. Second, crop out our personal or group success story. And the third one, having our own unique brand proposition. Okay. Once we have all these 3, what should we do next? We should, okay, always a brand is a personal promise. So once we have all these 3, you can put in any online resources that you have. So for example, in PropertyGuru, of course, the first, if you have a Facebook page or anything, put it in there, okay? Or you can just ask them to review it directly there, okay? So in PropertyGuru, we do have something called agent profile. So agent profile is applicable for specialists and also professional package. So agent profile act like a resume for your real estate career. Okay? It's a self-introduction. You can talk about all the 3 things: testimonial, success story, and also unique selling point, unique proposition there. Okay. So what is this? What is agent profile? What is inside PropertyGuru? So for example, if let's say, okay, so I will just simply choose this one. Choose a normal listing and then, okay. So then I see whether this is a good listing or not. Okay, if I choose this, okay, this listing not bad. And then if I want to know more about this Shervin, okay, so now you can see this Shervin is taking a beginner package. That's why it's not clickable. If let's say she's taking a specialist or professional package, then everything will be more clickable. It will lead us to their profile. So for example, this one, Daniel Chang. Okay, so if I click, I want to see what other listing this Daniel Chang has. I will just click on it, any part on the profile page, and then it will lead us to the profile page, which means what is called agent profile. Okay, so agent profile includes all its introduction. This is where you can put all your testimonials here, and then services that you offer, focus area, and also all your listing under one page. So as you can see, this works very much like a resume to the property seekers. Okay. This is the first way, which means from the listing itself, they can go into your agent profile. Second way is through the menu bar here called Find Agent. Okay, next you need where to insert the testimonials. You can insert testimonials in Find Agent profile, right? So let's say just now is Daniel Chang. Yes. So So if I type back the same person name, then it will come to the exactly same page. Alright, so this is Find Agent Profile. Okay, everyone okay so far? Okay, so Find Agent Profile, actually no matter you have, let's say you have a beginner package, you don't have Find Agent Profile, it's fine also. But then always remember that the main element is actually your photo. So we still have a lot of agents doesn't have any photos, which is not good. Of course, this is the first impression that people want to look at your face and so on. So of course, here, profile picture, the first one, please pick a headshot. You know that full body, our system will automatically crop off the middle part. So be careful on that. And then your face should consist of 60% of the photo. Sometimes it may look very small. Okay. And then no group shot. And then please dress professionally. And the last one, show only recent photo. I've seen one, it's a studio photo like 20 years ago. So try not to do that because people don't really want to have that. People want to see who are they meeting. So take a good profile photo for your account, for your Facebook, and also all your messenger apps like WhatsApp, Line, and so on. Okay, I'm sure I don't have to explain this further. You all know what to do. Okay, so next we also have this MyWeb. So MyWeb is for all, okay, well, in Malaysia, sorry for the title, in Malaysia we call it Agent Web. So Agent Web is applicable for all packages. No matter you are beginner, specialist, or professional, everyone will have it. Alright, so it's a good way for you to create online presence, and we also offers, okay, this is something special for specialists and professional. We offer you a personalized domain name. Okay, which means you can now put like www.money.com. Okay, and also this is where you want to showcase all your testimonials, success story, services, and so on. In the next slide, I will show you what's exactly needed for your content. Okay, so the first few, the top three, of course, is the one that we just talked about. And then make a lot of videos and so on. So if you attend my in-person training, you will learn about how to make a video and how to insert your video into your listing as well as your agent website. Okay, so I won't really talk about each of it, but if you're interested to learn on how to customize your website, please come to my training on 27 Monday. 27 Monday is an in-person training, which means you will come to this place where I'm sitting right now. There will be a training room for you. It's at KL Gateway Bangsar South. So it's on 27 Monday afternoon 2:30. Alright, I'll share more information with you, like how to register later, but this is just a heads up for you all. So that's all about website. Okay, next. Yes, Betty, I'll come to your question later, okay? Alright, so area and district specialist. So how, okay, this is also tied back to just now what I mentioned. Now is, okay, let's look at the example of Johor, the before and after. So from the left hand side, you can see there's a Johor, and then we have Johor Bahru. But now, we not only have Johor and Johor Bahru, we have Skudai as well. So you can picture yourself as the expert of that district or a smaller one area. So last time we only had, but if let's say you are specialized in certain condo, okay, certain condo, then you can also be the specialist of certain condo. Alright, so meaning to say if you if you are, like for example here, Bayan Tree, you can see there's you are specialized in the condo specialist, and then one of your listing will also be displayed here. And the good news is recently we also revamped our condo detail page, whereby, okay, why revamping that page is important? Okay, probably not very important to you for now, but actually the condo page is the second highest traffic page we have in PropertyGuru, which means the traffic is huge. Thanks to what? Thanks to SEO, search engine optimization, whereby our team did a good job at pushing that into Google a lot. So when it comes to that, right, like a lot of visitors and so on, which means that page, and because of the revamp and so on, okay, let's show you what's the revamp. First, it featured at the last time it featured at the site. Last time it's actually quite ugly so now it featured in the main content. So your condo feature agent in Malaysia we call it a specialist, will be featured, very close to the detail. I'll show you the example later, and then 2 clicks you are connected. Okay, which means everything is pre-filled. You don't have to the property seekers don't have to type anything. Okay, and you will also see a lot of listing being featured in that home page itself. Okay, let me show you now. Okay, in the condo page, so for example, now I choose the condo. Let me just choose the entry. Okay, and then alright, so this is the property description. Everything is here. So we have the price range and so on. You see how many units to buy, to rent, details, descriptions, and the specialists will be featured right away here. And then all the facilities and available units. So as you can see from here, right, if they scroll, these are the all featured listing, maximum only 4. Then we go to next. So here's the bonus. Each specialist agent will get 3 listings here. 1, 2, 3. And then 1, 2, 3 belongs to Michelle Tan. 4, 5, 6 belongs to Norman Su. Norman Su and Michelle Tan. So from here you can see you have, and then after that, then only is normal listing. You can get so much more exposure here, being top of the search result. That is condo specialist. Alright, so if you want to know more about these 2 products, right, I urge you take this chance when this product is still fresh. Probably not many people know about it. No, just take this chance to ask your account manager how to purchase them and so on. So of course, the investment for condo specialists will be around 220, and then for area and district specialists is a range from 220 up to 700 plus, right? Okay, so and good news here, we have a promotion now because of the Malaysia Day. We want to celebrate with y'all, so you can enjoy up to 25% for condo, district, area specialists, or even weekly feature listing that I just mentioned. And it's a very limited slot. As you can see, everything that we have limited inventory. We want to make sure people who invest more, they can get the highest exposure for their listing and their branding as well. Alright? So, okay, I'm open for questions from now on. I am so sorry that because I refreshed, Betty, just now your questions and disappeared. I can only look back when I go into the file later. Okay, so Betty, you have another question. How many specialists can there be in a condo? Alright, so for condo, there's only 3. 3 condo specialists allowed in the condo. Alright, whereas for area and district specialists, there will be 5. Alright. Thank you for everyone everyone patient. Yes, thank you very much. Alright, so just to recap. So first of all, you need to ensure that your listing is in the right location. Which means now when you are creating your new listing, make sure that it is condo, select from the drop down. It is not a condo, it's a landed property. Select the correct state, district, and area. Okay. Sometimes, if let's say you want to churi a bit, you want to like, for example, I want to put in different location as well. Yes, but not very far. But means that you need to create two different listings. Okay, because each listing tied to one state, district, and area. Right? And then the second one, triple your listing exposure by featuring your hot cake property. If you really have a hot cake, just now what I mentioned, if it's a like recently updated, renovated corner lot, urgent sales, a very good property that you just want to feature, yes, try on feature. It can triple your exposure because it will appear in state, district, and area. Okay, my number 3, very funny. Okay, then showcase your experience and skill in your agent profile. Okay, agent profile is a good place for you to put in your testimonials, success story, and branding proposition. And then brand yourself as an area expert. So area specialist is something for you to try it on. It's a small investment, try it on, then you can see whether it will give you some return or not. Okay. And then if let's say you are more expert in condo or new launches, try on condo specialist. Alright. So Bangsa, some area cannot find. Okay, so Bangsa, we already have, if I'm not mistaken, we have about like 6-7 sub area inside Bangsa. So it's already the finest that we can, it's the most more refined that we can do already. So you can also send in, or maybe you just type in the place that you want, then we can see probably is it too small or too big to become an area. Alright. Thank you, Lee, for your concern. You can just type down for me. Or if any of you request our customer service to give you a call to explain to you anything, feel free to do so. Okay? Okay. Bye. Thanks, Ashley.